So I think it would be useful if we just kind of touch on hiring trends to watch for 2024. So what we're seeing, I guess, from a legislation point of view, what we're seeing with trends. So I think one more and more, and definitely something that we touch on when we do some training with consultants that are entering the US market, is pay transparency. So pay transparency in the US is essentially a law where you're advertising a role, you legally are required to advertise kind of the lowest salary that it will pay, as well as the highest salary. And we have definitely seen this as a growing trend across the US. And Robert Half again did a survey that, over 40% of workers will now expect to see a salary range in any job postings that they're seeing. And 57% of them would actually consider taking themselves out of the recruitment process if the salaries haven't been put at kind of a minimum and maximum threshold. So I think more and more that's something to be aware of, and also be really kind of clued up on what states it is mandatory to have a salary transparency kind of on your job postings, because being seen as an expert in the US, you'll definitely want to know that you've got to legally kind of advertise minimum and maximum. So we're definitely seeing that as a trend.
That is something that's becoming more and more prevalent in more and more states. So currently there's a couple of states that have that in place. I know that even British Columbia in Canada, they're now bringing that in as of January, and that's going to be mirroring California's version of that, which is pretty much the strictest one that they have. So a good little hack, and Amazon do this, for example, is they just do it on every job ad, no matter where the person is based, because it's just a nice, easy hiring practice you can get into the habit of, and you're not going to fall foul of that legislation everywhere. So if you just put a minimum and a maximum on every job ad, then you've kind of got yourself covered there.
I think also with the amount of talent applying to job adverts at the moment, it will also help sort ones that would actually take the salary for your job. So all in all, definitely get the kind of pay on those job adverts, because it's just kind of safer and helps you, sort those candidates out from the get-go.
Next year as well, like to both your points, the candidate pool is much larger in 2024. So you're seeing end clients be slightly more strategic with who they're bringing in. So really hiring for growth. They're taking advantage of gig workers. So any contract to hire, so temp to perm equivalents. They can be slightly more kind of not longer, because you've still got at-will employment, but strategic with who they're hiring, their hiring plans. So I think that's an amazing opportunity for recruitment and staffing firms to embed themselves even further into long-term strategies. What are your end clients wanting for growth? Because actually, your end clients are at the advantage going into 2024 with the bigger candidate pools.
Want help backing out your US expansion? Visit us at www.pgcgroup.com to learn more, or schedule a free US expansion opportunity session with one of our consultants.